House of love and light. Amy, open up the door to the place where we walk by faith and not by sight. Not by sight. Through the house of love and light. House of love, the house of love and light. The house of love and light. If we get this right, we'll make the world a house of love and light. If we get this right, we'll make the world a house of love and light. House of love and light. House of love and light.
Love lives here, welcome home, you're awesome. Good morning. I still get so excited every time I hear House of Love and Light. Eddie Watkins Jr. singing that opening beautiful song as we gather for the good here in my home in Asheville, North Carolina. Hi, I'm Amy Steinberg. Good morning. If you've never been here before, I'm so happy you're here. We gather for the greater good. We gather to focus on the good. We gather to celebrate. And so this morning, may I say to you, happy peak of spring. It's May 1st. It's Beltane. It's the peak. It's where everything is blooming its way. It's why you can't breathe. It's because the pollen is exploding everywhere. And life is happening everywhere. I've got my little bunny mug going. I've got a little spring cold. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But I really wanted to make sure to be here with you today because it's a new month. And every month we start with a new theme and with a new book. And this month is grounding. Because spring, it's like we start to see all the fruits. We start to see all the popping of all the stuff. But all those things need to be grounded, right? And so as we ground, we can bloom. And that's what I'm sort of feeling about this whole month. And so I picked this great. I've been seeing Anne Lamott writings, and I've been rereading old stuff of hers. And I said, I want to read all of Anne Lamott's books. I'm a big reader. So, and I recommend going on Amazon, and you can get her books used for very cheap. I think I got this for $4. And I like to hold, I like Kindle too. I have digital books as well, but I love to mark up, books, and, I like to dog ear. I just like books. I've always liked books. Who likes books? Tell me in the comments. Let me say good morning real quick to everybody who's here, who's commented so far. Good morning, my beautiful Dorinda, Lindsay, Radiant, Margot, Stephanie, Amanda. So glad to be with you here. Lisa, Jennifer, Julie, Jen, Mitza. Y'all, I'm so freaking happy you're here with me. Good morning, Gail. Good morning. So this book is the Anne Lamott book, Help, Thanks, Wow. And I love it. I love this idea. It's a book about prayer. Ooh, sorry, that was a really bad pop there. I should have a popper here, but I don't have one. Anyway, it's a book about prayer. And we're going to talk today about what prayer means in New Thought. But I am at a place right now, and I think some of us are, where I love New Thought prayer. It's so great, but also sometimes we have a little bit of a lack of praise, if you will, or reverence, or being able to supplicate. I hate that word, but because it's not that effective really to be begging. But I'm in a place right now where I'm waking up in the morning and I'm back to my basics with prayer, which is before I even found New Thought, which is when I was a 12-stepper. And I'm always a 12-stepper. Once you're a 12-stepper, you're always a 12-stepper. But my first prayer in the 12-step world was, God, thank you for another day. Guide me with my thoughts, feelings, and actions, and help me to do the next right thing. If you want to write that down, that is such a good prayer. God, thank you for another day. guide my thoughts, feelings, and actions, and help me to do the next right thing. That's where I am. So that's sort of like, it is like kind of outside of myself type of prayer. And I like how, but we're going to talk about praying from in here today as well. Good morning, Cindy. So good to see everybody here. I just want to quote what it says, what Anne says about prayer. One of the things she says, prayer, because today the theme is grounding and the topic is prayer. So there's a theme for the month and then there's a topic each week. You know how this works. Anyway, so grounding prayer is our theme today. She says, so prayer is our sometimes real selves trying to communicate with the capital R real, with capital T truth, and with capital L light. She doesn't say capital. She just writes it that way. So prayers are sometimes real selves trying to communicate with the real, with truth, with the light, which is very new thought, by the way. It is us reaching out to be heard. Come on. Hoping to be found by a light and warmth in the world instead of darkness and cold. So, we're the house of love and light. That's what we do here, is we're looking for the light. We are the lighthouse, literally, and we have a mission, and it's to nourish, uplift, and inspire. That's right. I want to nourish you with spiritual food, uplift you, make you feel good, and inspire you to be your highest and best you, no matter what's going on. You want us to, second part is I want to connect with like minds. That's why I want to do this. That's why I still get excited every single Sunday coming on here. I want to create a good time. I want us to have a fun hour together, and I want to explore and look inside and see what we find. So we do it with some chanting, with some singing. We always trigger the parasympathetic nervous system right away with some singing. So deep breath in. Good morning. Ann Barnes is with us today. So happy you're here, my sweetest, most amazing friend. This is a song of mine, and this is a song about how we are always taken care of. And that's what I thought about in that grounding place, when we're in that place of being buried, when we feel like we're buried by life, that we can at least experience that warmth of knowing that we are surrounded by God, by good, by love, by light, by earth. You are taken care of. I am taken care of. We are taken care of by the Spirit of love. Come on, you're being blessed. You are being blessed by. I am being blessed by. We are being blessed by the Spirit of love right now. Right now is another chance. Right now. Right now is another chance. Right now. Right now is another chance to live in abundance. Yeah, to live in abundance. Yeah. Good morning, Susan. So glad you're with me. So now you know it if you've never heard this one before. So try it with me. Take a deep breath in. You are taken care of. I am taken care of. We are taken care of by the Spirit of love. You're being blessed. You are being blessed by. I am being blessed. We are being blessed by the Spirit of love right now. Right now is another chance. Right now. Right now is another chance. Right now. Right now is another chance. I heard somebody harmonizing. To live in abundance. To live in abundance. I'm running on some adrenaline right now, y'all. Feels good. Feels good to be with you. Good morning, my sweet AJ. Good morning, Carol. So glad you're with us. Sing it with me. You are taken care of. Come on. I am taken care of. We are taken care of by the Spirit of love. You're being blessed. You are being blessed by. I am being blessed by. We are being blessed by the Spirit of love. Right now, when it's another chance. Right now is another chance. live in abundance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just sang through a sneeze. To live in abundance, to live in abundance. Oh, we are so abundant. We are so abundant. You are taken care of. I am taken care of. We are taken care of by the Spirit of love. You're being blessed. You are being blessed right now by my presence, by my words, by each other, by everybody that is here. I knew it was you, Stephanie. I did. We are so blessed by each other. I am blessed. I am so blessed. And I thought we'd do this classic today as we talk about grounding in this idea that we are blessed. This is the classic song in New Thought. This is the song of recognizing that the good is happening, recognizing that there is one power, one presence, one love, and one light showing up and showing off as you, as me, as this moment. I am so blessed. Come on. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. Come on. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. You know it. Come on. I am so blessed. I think I hear Cindy singing. Come on. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. One more time before we pray. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I know it's Cindy. For all that I have. Come on. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. Yeah. I am so blessed. So blessed. Just to be the presence right here, right now. So right here, right now, I'm going to do a very traditional spiritual mind treatment as we're going to talk about prayer today. Right now, I recognize that there is a power, that there is a life and a light. One power, one life, one light. It is everywhere. It is all things. It is beyond the everywhere. It is the allness beyond the allness. It is the isness beyond the isness. It is the very, very air that we breathe. It is the breathing of the planet, of the galaxies, of the stars. It is shining the sun. It is spinning the moon. It is all things good. It is life itself. It is love. It is me. It is each person here expressing as this power that we can harness, that we can use for good. And so I unify with this presence right now with my words. I experience unification by saying I am one with the presence of God. I am one with the presence of good. I am one with the presence of love. I am one with the presence of light. I am one with the presence. Put it in the comments. I am one with the presence of whatever you want to be one with. That is that quality of God. I am one with the presence of prosperity. I am one with the presence of love. I am one with the presence of health, wealth, joy, fantasy, expression, inspiration. I am one with the presence. That's unification. And I declare and know good. I declare and know a very healthy, healing body. I declare and know for each and every person here a healthy, healing body, a healthy, healing mind, a healthy, healing soul, a connection. There is a healing going on right now with my words. I declare and know an overflowing opulence of abundance in the life of each and every person here, financially, spiritually, emotionally, connecting with that spirit within, knowing that God is truly good. Goddess, spring, abundance. So I say thank you. I say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I go to the step of thanksgiving. I say thank you, God, for this word, for this remembering, for this reminding of my heart and soul. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you. I release these words with the fifth and final step of treatment. I release these words. I say thank you, and so it is. Amen. Take it, God. Take it, God. Take it, God. Take it, God. Ooh, take it, God. I am so blessed. Come on. I am so blessed. I am so grateful, yes, for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Last time, like a prayer. That's what Karen always says when I see her. Like a prayer. Come on. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. Yeah. I am so blessed. Last part. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Last time. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Deep breath in. I love you all so much, and I'm so happy to be here with you. Here to light the candles is the beautiful Katie.
Good morning. I light a candle for the Eastern religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism, that teach us about harmony, karma, and the way. I light a candle for Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Baha'i, teaching us about tradition, forgiveness, surrender, and order. I light a candle for ancient wisdom and New Thought traditions, including indigenous teaching, shamanism, paganism, science of mind, and New Age spirituality, teaching us to root and expand. And finally, I light a candle for the great mystery, the eternal question, the not knowing. Namaste.
Greetings, Hala family. Today I am really grateful for the trees and the warmth outside, and I'm grateful for the attachments that give me new experiences as a human in this body. I'm really grateful for the groundingness of the earth beneath my feet.
That was Serena giving us some gratitude. Thank you so much. A quick little gratitude video. And I just want to read aloud the one with the presence of that you all typed in these comments because I'm very moved. Amanda writes, I am one with the presence of understanding and truth. Jennifer says, I am one with the presence of peace. I am one with the presence of truth. Margot says, I am one with the presence of love. Anne says, I am one with the love and light. Lisa, I am one with the presence of healing and love. Susan says, I am one with health, healing, and full-on well-being. Amen. And Jan says, this is the kind of treatment, this is my kind of prayer. That's right. So yes, yes, yes. And let's even elevate it even more with some gratitude right now. I am so grateful for my body's immune system. Okay? So what are you grateful for? Even in that dark place of feeling ill, I'm so grateful that I can fight it. I'm so grateful for the fight. I'm so grateful for my inner warrior. What are you grateful for today? Can you put it in the comments from an honest place? I'm so grateful for my recliner that I could sit in and just blow my nose all day yesterday. I am grateful for Ozark coming back and I get to finish that season while I'm not feeling well. Good television. Always grateful for good television. Grateful for good friendship. Stephanie says, Florida, you love. Jennifer says, grateful for opportunities to connect with family. I'm grateful for springtime. I'm grateful for newness. I'm grateful for rebirth. I'm grateful that Jacqueline is in remission. Hallelujah. I'm grateful for access to health care, Jennifer says. I'm grateful for the compassionate reporters and writers that are writing to us from the Ukraine. I am grateful for prayer so that we can pray for the Ukraine right now. I'm grateful for hope. I'm grateful for peace. I'm grateful for an open heart. I'm grateful for my beautiful partner who is about to go on a big journey. I'm grateful, Susan says, for healing from COVID. Thank goodness her fever broke. It's been 24 hours. Hallelujah. For the cats, Margot says, yes, support and friendship, Lisa says. So remember that I'm a little bit behind you, so if I don't read your gratitudes, it's because I have to move on. Cindy says, grateful for being able to sit on the deck in green spaces. Yeah, isn't it gorgeous up here? I think, Cindy, you're up here in the mountains, right? Oh, yes, 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 yes. So here's Casey. Our beautiful Casey. Antibiotics. Yes, ma'am. Here's Casey pulling a card for us. Lorraine, it's wonderful to see you. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, Lorraine. Lola says, grateful for the opportunity to mother myself as we approach Mother's Day. Ooh, that's good, Lola. I'm grateful for my newfound strength and learning how to set boundaries. Come on, Amanda. Boundaries are big. Okay, we're going to move on. I love you for being here with me. It's so funny because this morning I wrote to one of my mentors, Reverend Renee, and said, I'm a little sick, and she said, some of my best Sundays at church were when I was ill because Spirit takes it. And that's how I feel. I feel like Spirit is moving my mouth, I swear to you. So here's Casey, and I love you for being here with me.
Good morning, Hala family. Casey here. Time to contemplate. This week we're talking about grounding, and it is especially important this week because today is new moon, eclipse season starts, Mercury retrograde. Basically just a great time to see things in a different way, make boundaries, slow down, drink water, all that good stuff. So if you've been feeling rough this week, this one's for you. Lots of transitions, lots of shifts happening. Perfect time to talk about grounding. Thank you, Amy. House of Love and Light. So here we go. This is from, I'm going to show you Carolyn Mace Healing Cards. Love some Carolyn Mace. I think that's how you say her name. I've always said it like that. There's always been one of those discrepancies. So as we're digging through her cards, I highly recommend Anatomy of the Spirit. Any of her works are just really, really great. This is so good. Are you fully aware of the presence of the divine dwelling within you, the healing force within you? Be grateful for this miracle. Call upon the power of the divine to awaken your healing force, which is awesome because Amy asked me to do a grounding prayer for you guys this week, which I, of course, called in my speech writing team, my best friend Serena, and she wrote the most beautiful prayer, which I'm going to recite while we look at this. So I want you to imagine you're by the sea, listening to a shell, all the possibilities, and soak this in. We're going to take a deep breath at the end, okay? Dear Creator, in this moment, I acknowledge and surrender to the universal forces that have created the world around me. I allow this divine flow to easily express through my human experience. I bring my intention and focus into this moment right here, right now, and express deep gratitude for the sensations of my body, bringing me closer to this present moment. Let's take a breath. All we have is right now. And so it is. Boom! I love it when the card matches. That prayer and that card. Spirit's awesome. Have a great week. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you next time.
Oh my gosh, I love you, Casey. I love that card. I love that prayer. The spirit within me dwells. The presence is within me. Let us say that. The presence is within me. The spirit dwells within me. Come on, the presence is within me. The spirit dwells within me. Man, when we remember that, that's when the miracles take place. Amen. And you know who always reminds us of present moment awareness so beautifully is our beloved Ash Ruiz. So here is Ash, and I can't wait to hear what he has to say about grounding and prayer. I love you for being here with me.
This moment is a kind of prayer. It's like if every atom was a hand coming together in one seamless namaste to the divine. It's also very sweet as I feel into prayer, that shift that starts occurring, where prayer may be something we are praying to, praying for, and then we discover the kindness and the immediate benefit of where we're praying from. From what space are we opening to the divine? And as we open to the divine, it's the alive experience of prayer answered, the direct experience of prayer answered. You know, wow. Talk about harmony, talk about peace, talk about rest. Every atom in its place, every thought in its place, every prayer in its place. Every soul, every moment, every circumstance. The prayer of life, the wild and free prayer of breath. Yea, may all beings know themselves as an answered prayer. May all beings know themselves as divine, as sacred. May all beings know themselves as holy. May all beings know themselves as that which they are searching for, as the freedom that is, as the peace that is, as the abundance that is. May all beings know the truth of who they are. So sweet, these prayers. And I just feel like gathering all the prayers on the planet, all the prayers that have ever been uttered, and having a nice giant prayer group hug. A group hug in prayer. I love you, beloveds. I love you, and I love your prayers, and I love the way you pray, and I know that it's all in harmony with what is.
And we love you. Did you feel that prayer group hug? I did. I felt it. I felt it. Every moment, every breath, every life, every circumstance. You know, the message that I kept getting this week was that my life is a prayer. My life is a prayer. Your life is a prayer. We are the expression of the divine, which is prayer, which is what prayer is, right? And I was looking for a performance of Daniel Lamott singing his song about prayer. He's got a wonderful song about prayer. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper. Do you know that song? It's such a beautiful song. So I was looking for that, and I came across this other tune of his. And I said to him, Daniel, can I, and I of course, gave him a little money, because that's what I do with the artists who I use their videos. That's what you're giving me money for, by the way. That's unnecessary for me to tell you, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm not like stealing this music. Anyway, Daniel said, of course we could use this and, whatnot, but this song is called, what is this song called? It's from his CD called Water, and this is my last song, and it's just beautiful, and it goes with this theme so beautifully, so I wanted to share it. It's very heartfelt. So if our life is a prayer, and what if this was our last day, like living our last day? So enjoy this song, and then we've got a little bit more before my little message.
If this is my last song, if this is my final day, if tomorrow I'll be gone, what do I want to say? If this is my last song, if it's my time to go, when my body's moved on, what will I have to show? Oh, but fortune and fame, they scatter to the wind. The things that make a name just don't matter in the end. But is the world a little more peaceful? Oceans and skies a little more blue? Is humankind a little bit wiser about the good that we can do? Does the sun shine a little bit brighter where before there was only rain? If so, then I'm glad I came. If these are my last words for all of the earth to hear, if all that I have ever been is about to disappear, if these are my last words, there's nothing that I need to say. I have only tried to serve. It's never been about talking anyway. So much hurt there is to heal, it's hard to understand. All I can hope to feel is that I am doing what I can. Is the world a little more peaceful? Oceans and skies a little more blue? Is humankind a little bit wiser about the good that we can do? Does the sun shine a little bit brighter where before there was only rain? If so, then I'm glad I came. Have I given hope to the hopeless? Has a hungry soul been fed? Has a child stood a little bit taller because of something that I said? Have I left a little kindness? Have I eased a little pain? If so, then I'm glad I came. For that, I'm so glad I came. If this is my last song, what do I leave behind? What do I pass on if I am out of time?
You know, I wish I knew Daniel better, because he's still with us. He has not sung his last song, but I certainly know of him and know his work and have had short emails with him back and forth about using his stuff and whatnot. But I hope to build a relationship with him because, wow, he is extraordinary. I know he's done a lot of producing for artists, New Thought artists, and he's a living legend right now in our movement, in this New Thought positive music movement. And, you know, I know that he should be a multi-platinum award-winning songwriter. I hate to put that on him because people say that about me. And the thing is, like, if you can touch thousands of lives instead of millions, is that good enough? Is that good enough? So I think as an artist, we can always sort of feel like we're not good enough. So me saying that is definitely not saying Daniel Lamott is not good enough. I'm just saying, gosh, I wish there was more exposure for people. You know, if you walk down the street and you ask somebody, you know, do you know who Ariana Grande? They know who that is. Ariana Grande really sounds like a burrito, doesn't it? Now that I think about it. Anyway, but is that how you even say her name? But if you say, do you know who Karen Drucker is? You know, people don't know. So anyway, Ken Gordon told me years ago that when you are on the cutting edge of anything, and New Thought artists are on the cutting edge of consciousness, when you are on the cutting edge, by definition, you are not the mainstream, which is a very hard pill to swallow when you want to be a famous artist. But that's okay. Anyway, I really digressed there for a minute, but that's all right because I wanted to share it, I guess. That's my prayer, is that these songs, these powerful New Thought, positive, uplifting, spiritually feeding us music, that these songs will get out there to more people, that we will grow in our consciousness. And yes, it is so important to think about our legacy and to think about how we touch each other's lives. And I certainly know that each of you has touched my life just by helping me to create this experience together for us on Sundays. So anyway, on to Sophia's perspective. I asked Sophia to give me something about prayer, and she gave me some of her beautiful photographs. So let's enjoy Sophia's perspective, and then I'll be back with a little talk. Again, I'm so glad you've joined me this Sunday.
Today I will see one thing as if for the first time. This flower called to me as I passed by her, registering as something I already admired in the recent past. Her partially eaten petals were adorned with droplets of water after quenching summer rain. It's so easy to take the beauty that surrounds us for granted after being exposed to it day after day. But seeing this dahlia in her new regalia was as if seeing her for the first time. Here's a mantra that encourages me to see the world as if for the first time on a daily basis, to stay grounded. It's a wonderful prayer, and it goes like this. Today I will see one thing as if for the first time. Today I will have a vision for myself and the whole world. I will stretch more than I can reach. Today I will reach for the stars, but keep my feet on the ground. Today I will imagine grand and wondrous things. Today I will make a difference in the world. Today I will wake up to a new existence, and I will look at the world as if for the first time. Today I will give myself permission to apply new feelings of appreciation to a flower, to a curtain fluttering in the breeze, to a child's game, to a tree gracing the roadside. Today I will not take anything for granted. I will see everything anew. Today I will see one thing as if for the first time. Love, Sophia's Perspective.
So beautiful. Thank you so much, Sophia, for sharing those beautiful photographs and that beautiful mantra. I love that. So now I'm going to give you a little mini talk. I do little mini talks, and today it's on grounding and prayer. I try to write a little ditty every week that we can sing along to, that'll carry you through the week, that you can use to get you through the week. I am grounded in this moment, grounded in God, grounded of the blessing of the presence of love. I'm grounded in this moment, grounded in God, I'm grounded in the blessing of the presence of love. I'm grounded in this moment, I'm grounded in God, I'm grounded in the blessing of the presence of love. I'm grounded in this moment, grounded in God, I'm grounded in the blessing of the presence of love. And my life is a prayer, my life is a prayer, my life is a prayer for good. That's right. My life is a prayer, my life is a prayer, my life is a prayer for good. Alright, I want you to sing with me. I am grounded in this moment, grounded in God, grounded in the blessing of the presence of love. Again, grounded in this moment, grounded in God, grounded in the blessing of the presence of love. From the top, I'm grounded in this moment, grounded in God, grounded in the blessing of the presence of love. Grounded in this moment, grounded in God, grounded in the blessing of the presence of love. Second part, come on. My life is a prayer. Yeah. My life is a prayer. My life is a prayer for good. Yes. Come on. I'll sing it. My life is a prayer. Yeah. My life is a prayer. My life is a prayer for good. Yeah, yeah. From Ernest Holmes. There is a vitality in our communion with the infinite, which is productive of the highest good. That man could use the words. I got another one from him. Spirit flows through us. Whatever intelligence we have is spirit in us. Prayer is its own answer. Come on, Ernie. If you don't know who Ernest Holmes is, he wrote Science of Mind, which is the book for religious science or for Centers for Spiritual Living, which is what my most studied path. That's what I've studied the most, is Science of Mind, religious science. I honor all paths. We honor all paths at House of Love and Light. Today happens to be a Science of Mind heavy day here at House of Love and Light. And I know that prayer, what I think prayer is connecting with the magnificence of the mystery. Come on. Prayer is grounding in the presence of the possible, the power of the potential. Prayer is remembering the truth of who you truly are, of who I truly am. We are one with divinity, a sparkle in the eye of God, the light of God. You are the light of love. That's what you are. Okay. Getting that out of the way. Recently, I had the pleasure and honor of serving with Reverend Deborah Gordon. No, that's not her name. Is that her name? It's not Deborah Gordon. It's Reverend Deborah from Inner Light Ministry and mystery are very close. Very interesting. Reverend Deborah Reverend D, Rev D at Inner Light Ministries. For some reason, I don't think her last name is Gordon. I'm blanking on her last name for some reason. Deborah Gordon is Ken Gordon's wife. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Rev D over at Inner Light Ministries. Anyway, I was their music person this week. So like right now, I think, or in an hour, you'll see me on her live stream. Anyway, if you want to go check it out, definitely check it out. Or watch it on the rewatch, because she is, we're talking really good ministry. Like, bam, like between the eyes. So she said something that was so deeply moving and powerful that I had to share it, which is what she said is that this idea of God is everywhere, she said this idea of God is everywhere needs to be reframed. She said God is everywhere implies that God is something and can be in places. That God can be in China and in Africa, and God is in America, and God is in places and in the wheres. But what Reverend D pointed out is that God is not omnipresent, but God is omnipresence. I think my head exploded when she said that. It blew my mind, because that is what these teachings are about, New Thought teachings. And another great minister, I'm just basically ripping off other ministers this week because I'm a creatrix, okay? I gather information from others and share. Another great minister, Kathy Ann Lewis from the Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, said the other day, what is the point of all these teachings? Like, what are we doing here? And she said, I'm using a piece of my own art here. That's one of my commissions that I had. Teachings of New Thought are to heal hurts and build dreams. So powerful to remember, like, what we're doing here. Why are we meeting here? What's the point? And the point is to heal hurts and build dreams, to remember who we truly are. These are the things that prayer does. This is the grounding power of prayer. Prayer grounds us in a space of healing. Prayer grounds us in a space of dreaming. Prayer grounds us in a remembering, when we pray from this place of God is in us, that we are in God, that we are of God, that we are through God, that we are God as God. I'm grounded in this moment, grounded in God, grounded in the blessing of the presence of love, grounded in this moment, grounded in God, grounded in the blessing of the presence of my life is a prayer. This could be a two-parter. So in other words, I could keep doing that. I could sing the My Life is a Prayer and you sing the first part. So I'm going to sing My Life is a Prayer and you're going to sing I'm grounded. I am grounded in this moment. Grounded, keep going. My life is a prayer. My life is a prayer for good. That's right. How cool is that? Come on. I am grounded in this moment. Grounded in God. Grounded in the blessing of the presence of love. Grounded in this moment. Grounded in God. Grounded in the blessing of the presence of love. So with New Thought prayer, it's not a form of supplication or begging or even asking. Although next week we will explore the idea of a relationship and a conversation with God. This week I want to just really focus on the idea of what prayer is, which is really what this whole book of the month, Help, Thanks, Wow by Lamott is all about. But today I want to talk about prayer and New Thought teachings. And in prayer and New Thought teachings, you know this already, but I'm just reminding you. It's affirmative and it's present and it's positive. And it's the simple structure of prayer has been very, very healing for me and very grounding for me. So I wanted to share it with you today. And I know I've gone through this before, but this is going to be a refresher for those who already know about spiritual mind treatment. And it's going to be a really big lesson for those who don't know what spiritual mind treatment is. So if you don't know what religious science prayer is, please get out a pen and a piece of paper and write this stuff down, because it is miraculous. When you do spiritual mind treatments, you can heal the world, okay? So step one, it's a 5-step prayer, okay? Step one is recognition, okay? So we understand this concept that God is all there is, right? Step one is recognizing the truth. It's recognizing, it can go something like this. There's only one power. You hear me say it all the time here. There's one power, one presence, one life, and one light. That's how I always start my, how I always start my prayers. But there might be another way that feels right to you. Recognizing spirit. That's step one. Recognizing that spirit is everything. But it's not even a thing. It's the allness. It's the isness. It's so hard to use words for this stuff, but this is the technological prayer that we use. Step two is unification. It's called unification. I am one with it. In other words, if God is all there is, then I am one. I'm not nothing. I'm not separate from everything else. So I am one with God. So that doesn't leave me out. That doesn't leave you out. And how cool to remember that. To unify. So God is all there is, and I am one with God. Step 1 and 2. They say that if you do step 1 and 2 in meditation, if that's all you pray, that you can have miracles in your life. There is only one power, one presence, and it lives and dwells in me. The Spirit lives and dwells in me. Amen? God, it feels good to remember that. It feels good even with a little sniffle. Step 3, declaration. It's the dreaming step, right? It's the declare and know. It's I declare and know. My friend Stephanie always makes fun of me when I pray because I declare, I affirm in the present and positive. It's what we desire. It's what we desire. So we pray to ground, to heal, to dream. So I invite you right now to declare, okay? I declare peace. I declare health. I declare wholeness. I declare prosperity. I declare knowing. I actually want to see I love invisible intelligence. Thank you, Myron. I love that. Put it in the comments. I declare. What would you like to declare today? I declare. I want to look at these beautiful comments. Okay, thank you so much for commenting, everybody, and for being here with me. I cover the comments during the talk because the talk covers it anyway. Step 3, I declare and know. Present and positive. I declare. Put it in there. I'm waiting. I know you guys are lagging behind me, so there might not be comments right now, but let me see if it's on the other one as well, because I've got 2 feeds going on here. I'm not seeing anything yet, but okay. So listen, I declare sanity. I declare sanity. That is good. I declare peace everywhere. I declare perfect health. Amen. Amen. I love these declarations. And you get the point, right? That's step 3. I declare. I stand in the truth. I know it. I know. We come from a place of knowing. That's how spiritual mind treatment is done. Step 4 is probably my favorite step. You might know that it's my favorite step because I'm always talking about gratitude. Step 4 is thanksgiving. Thank you, God. In advance. I thank you. I got some joy. I declare joy, Marco says. Step 4, thank you, God. We talk about gratitude all the time because that is where things are healed and grown from and built from. We say, thank you, God, thank you, good, thank you, love, thank you, peace, thank you. I genuinely express my thanks for this experience of prayer, of words, of containers for good. Thank you, God, for this opportunity to pray this. Thank you, God, for all of this stuff already done. In other words, praying from the result. How beautiful is that? I see it already. I know it already. I see the healing. I see the wholeness. Coming from the future almost, right? I love that. We time travel in this kind of prayer. It's beautiful. And then step 5 is release. Release. Saying, you know what? I've done all this. I've done all this talking. I've done all this wording. I've done all this blah, blah, blahing. And now guess what? I'm going to give it to God. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to let go. We do this with an amen, with a shalom, with a, and so it is. You'll hear people say, and so it is, or blessed be. It's like sealing the treatment. It's like sealing it and sending it off. It's like a first class stamp to God. First class letter to God. I'm feeling the spirit this morning, everybody. I'm feeling the spirit this morning. All right, so I hope that this was a good little mini lesson for you and that you are reminded and remember to pray this week. Let's sing one more time. I'm grounded in this moment, grounded in God, grounded in the blessing of the presence of a love, grounded in this moment, grounded in God. My life is a prayer. My life is a prayer for good. You might wonder why my little talks are so short. And the reason is because I have a very short attention span. And I don't ever want to be bored myself. And I don't ever want to bore you. So I try to keep things moving here. This is the perfect gathering for people who have any kind of attention deficit disorder. And you already know that if you're watching. You already know I like to move things along. Thank you, Lorraine. I'm guessing you might be home today battling a little cold or something, but you're winning. I declare it and know it. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. I hope you got a little bit of a lesson there. I've got a few more things to share with you. But first, I get to say thank you in advance for your financial offerings to make this thing keep on keeping on. Today, it's so interesting because I was nervous about this service because I'm, blah, blah, I'm not feeling well. I'm sorry. I don't want to, Myron gave me a talking to this morning. He was like, don't make an excuse. Girl, don't make an excuse for being ill. I love you, my brother, always calling me out on my shit. But it's amazing. I feel spirit moving through me, and I feel the importance of House of Love and Light right now. Right now, I feel the importance in my own life to keep me focused on a spiritual path, but also in so many of your lives that you come here every week. So please support me, support this. Text LOVE to 828-383-9889, paypal.me/House of Love and Light, or Venmo at Amy-Steinberg-5. Also, I have a couple of you that have commissioned me to make art. And that is a beautiful way to support House of Love and Light. This hummingbird is still available. I cannot believe it. This one right here. That is still available. I cannot believe it. It is huge. It's probably not, it's still available because my price is, it's not cheap. But it's because it's like my favorite piece I've ever painted, really. This one is gone. I'm waiting for that one to be sent out soon. But I love to paint for people. I love to paint with intention. It's become a big part of my ministry. So if you'd like me to paint you a piece in order to support this ministry, please contact me. I paint inner child paintings. That's been a new, beautiful blessing. I paint to manifest love. I am very clear that I manifested my partner with the painting of two birds that hangs right at my stairs. It's us. It's very clearly us. And we're so happy. And so I really, really encourage you to support this ministry because it's so freaking fun for me and for us. So upcoming, we have Help, Thanks, Wow, and Change. And I will be here live next week to celebrate Mother's Day. But for the final 3 Sundays in May, y'all, I'm going to be on the road, so they'll be pre-recorded, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to pre-record because this matters to me. You matter to me. This ministry matters to me. So it will be just as lively. I just won't necessarily, you won't necessarily hear me shouting out your names and stuff like that. But for next week, I will be live. It is Help, the prayer of help. I've kind of been there this week. Like I said, I was back to my basics with prayer, with saying, God, guide me. Guide my thoughts, my feelings, my actions. Help me. So we'll be going into that. So, and speaking of help, something that really helps me, and of course, those are just the titles of the book and Lamott's book, Help, Thanks, Wow. So I didn't really have to think very hard about my topics this month. So it's Help, Thanks, Wow, and then Change, because I thought, as we're grounded, what happens when we're grounded? When we're grounding, because that's the theme of the month, grounding. When we're grounded, that's when we can grow and change. That's when our roots come out. That's when we can change. Come on now. All right, so that's what we're going to talk about this month. Very excited about all that. Speaking of help and change and grounding, I had to share jade again this week because I feel like crystals have been so powerful for me. I've shared these before. This is a beautiful smoky quartz. I know I'm not trying to sell you guys on stones if you're not into stones, but I think so many of us are. And they've proven that light and colors reflect and vibrate at certain frequencies. So there might be something that speaks to you with jades explanation of some of her stones. And if you'd like to purchase anything, please, there will be a link in the, and again, I'm not pushing anybody's business. I'm just helping out my good friend who has a mother and daughter business. And this is Jade. I call her Crystal Corner, the Crystal Corner with Jade. And then we'll have a little bit of astrology with Michelle Knight. Michelle Knight's back again this week. And then I'll be back with a tool of the week and a closing meditation. This has been a phenomenal Sunday. I love you for making me do this shit. Sorry, I cursed twice today. Sorry about that.
Hi, it's Jade from the Light of Jade. I'm going to share a few crystals with you to help you with prayer. The first one that I have is celestite. We call this heaven on earth. It helps to invite angels into your space, and it also helps you to connect to the spiritual world. So celestite is a great one to have for prayer. It's a beautiful powder blue color. The next one is spirit quartz. And spirit quartz is really about unity and healing, and it will bring peace. So whenever you're praying, I definitely think that's the type of atmosphere that you want to be in. And then last, and one of my favorites, is angelite. This is actually my son's. It sits in his room. We say that angelite is your clairvoyant guide. And what it does is it helps you to receive love and guidance and help from a higher plane. So angelite is a great one. And a little side note, I know that a lot of us really enjoy tarot cards too, so that's another tool that I use when I am wanting to pray, connect, do a deeper thought, or tap into my intuition, or get some messages from above. So we also have tarot and oracle decks as well. So just another little aid that you can have. All right, I hope everybody's having a great day. Thank you so much again for always sharing your space with me.
Hello, gorgeous. I'm back. Anyway, I just wanted to pop on to say that we're going through some wonderful astrology before we get to the eclipse, but that'll be a whole different video. So we had yesterday Venus and Pisces kissing each other, which made us sort of plunge into our emotions. For some of us, there might have been illusions connected to those emotions, but fundamentally, Venus and Neptune, and then Venus and Jupiter are asking us to open our heart to love. What does that look like for you? If you could love freely and openly, if your life was filled with a security of knowing you loved yourself and that you could be open about your emotions with other people, how would that change your life? Venus and Jupiter is asking us to expand, and we need to nail it now, because when eclipse season comes, we're looking at what security means to us, and there are big changes afoot. Love you. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.
Michelle Knight on Instagram. Check her out. She's amazing. Tool of the week. Pray in the present and positive. So when you're feeling that pull to prayer, when you're feeling like, I want to say, God, please help me, think to yourself, what is it that I want help with? What is it that I want to feel? If it's I want to feel peace, then say, I am peace. I am one with peace in the present and positive. See what happens when you say, God, I know that you are peace and I am one with you, and so I am peace. Try it. I'm going to try it this week too. When I start to reach out, I'm going to reach in and through. I'm going to be as spirit this week. That's been the message this week. And shout out to Jade for those beautiful stuff. And I wanted to share just that I love this deck right here. I love divination decks. You know, that's why I have Casey on here every week. This is called the Elemental Oracle, and I just love this deck. I'm just going to pull one. They're just, breath. Look at that. They're just gorgeous. I would like to actually make a deck of my art and all that, but if you ever need a deck or anything like that, you can feel free to check out the Light of Jade or whatnot. Again, not a pitch, just sharing tools and tips and stuff like that. Okay, so I'd like to close with a meditation because we've talked a lot about prayer and we've talked a lot we've talked a lot. I've given you a lot of information. I've given you a lot of energy. And I kind of wanted to ground it down with a chakra or chakra meditation. You know this. We've done this a couple of times. I created this chakra video, and I hope that they don't boot it off. I can't remember if they do. When my video gets booted off, just so you know why, it's because I grab video from a website called Pixabay or from Pexels. There's two websites that you can grab video that's free license. So anybody can grab their video. But sometimes there's a video on Pixabay or Pexels that is licensed, that they've taken, or something has happened, or it's a misunderstanding. And then I always write Facebook and say, dude, like, this was on Pixabay, like this is a free video. And then usually they release it, but just so you know why that happens. So I really hope that you got to watch this today, and I hope we don't get booted from this chakra video. I don't think we will. But not to get you afraid that we're going to get booted, but we're going to do the chakra video. I invite you to take a deep breath. This is just like a 2-3 minute meditation. Meditation is so good for you, guys. It's so good for you. So I'm going to invite you to do this with me. So you can look at the screen. I've made this beautiful video for you, or you can simply close your eyes and prepare for this. We're going to make our way through the chakras. So let's take a deep breath in. And release it. Breathing in. Imagining at the base of your spine a red ball of light, the root chakra, and we say, I am grounded. Let that beautiful red fill our bodies. I am grounded. You can say it again, picturing the red. I am grounded. Breathing in. Moving up to our second chakra, the sacral chakra. I don't think it is the sacral chakra, that's the third chakra. I'm sorry. It's the womb, it's your womb. I am creative. It's orange right there at your belly button. It's your womb. Or it's your stomach if you're a man. I am creative. Imagine a orange ball of light filling your body with orange. And we say, I am creative. This is this sexual function. This is reproduction, creativity, expression. I am creative. Feel it. And we're gonna move up to the third. This is your sacral. This is your third chakra right here. It's yellow. It's like where you say, I have a gut feeling. It's my intuition. I am intuitive. Say that and breathe into that. I am intuitive. Imagining a yellow light filling you from that space right beneath your breasts or your chest, right in the center. It's right there, your center. I am intuitive. I am guided. I know what's going on here. I'm shining my light from within. I am intuitive. Breathing in. Look at that beautiful sunflower. Moving up into the heart chakra. You can put your hands on your heart and you can imagine a green light coming from your heart. It's green and it's filling your whole body with green, a little leprechaun. I am loving. I am loving. Present and positive. I am loving. I am love. I am loved. I am lovable. Love is everywhere. I am loving. Picture that green filling you. Green. Breathing. And we move up to that throat. That beautiful space right here. We're going to stay with love for another minute. I am loving. And then we move up to that throat chakra. 6th. I'm sorry, I've been saying my numbers totally wrong. You guys hopefully, and it's chakra, not chakra. Anyway, I mess up all the time. Not perfect. Purple, violet. I get this confused. Blue, purple, violet, something. Purple. I'm clear. I'm clear. I'm clear. I'm clear. Say it. I'm clear. And then just I'm clear. I'm not confused. I'm clear. Imagine that. That beautiful purple flower breathing in. Imagining your whole body filling with purple. It feels so good. Relaxing the shoulders. And finally, we're going to go to that 7th chakra, which is at the top of the head. And we're going to make it white. We're going to say, I am connected with God. I am connected with Spirit. I am connected to the light. That white has all the colors in it. It's all filling us with light, filling us with love, filling us with purity, filling us with spirit. I am grounded. I am creative. I am intuitive. I am loving. I am kind. I am clear. I am connected to God. Okay, we're going to go through it one more time. Repeat after me. I am grounded. I am creative. I am intuitive. I am loving. I am kind. I am clear. I am connected to God. All right, so sorry that I kind of went on a little bit longer than than it went on, but I would like to say thank you to all of those who gave today and who shared today. So I would like to say thank you to Katie for lighting the candles, to Serena for the gratitude, to Casey and Ash, to Daniel Nahmod for that beautiful song, to Sophia for Sophia's perspective, to Jade for the wonderful, wonderful crystals, to Michelle Knight for sharing the astrology, and to each and every one of you that stayed this whole time, that connected with me, that supported me through a sniffly Sunday. What a blessing. What a powerful, powerful Sunday. I hope that you were feeling very blessed being here with me. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you enjoy this beautiful spring day, even if you have to take a Claritin. I love you. I love you. Have a fantastic, fantastic week. And I'll see you Wednesday night for music and meditation at 7 p.m. Please come, because it's shrinking and I don't want to stop doing that. So please come. All right. I love you. Bye-bye. That's not the goodbye song. Here it is.
House of love and light. House of love and light. Amy, take us to the place where we can be just who we are. And it's alright in the house of love and light. House of love and light. Amy, open up the door to the place where we walk by faith and not by sight. Not by sight. Through the house of love and light. House of love, the house of love and light. The house of love and light. If we get this right, we'll make the world a house of love and light. If we get this right, we'll make the world a house of love and light. House of love and light. House of love and light.